Hi everyone, my name is Shikha and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a yoga video for you. I love practicing yoga, so I figured I would share something with you guys. I get a lot of questions about how beginners can start doing yoga because they're not fully aware of how to place the alignment and things like that. So I figured I would share something little. So here's your 10 different yoga poses that is beneficial for you if you ever want to go take a yoga class or practice at home to probably learn all the basics of the alignment first so you can move on to doing sequences and flow and really get the full benefits of yoga. Now, here's what not to think. Just because you're sitting in this posture, so you're not doing a flow or you're not sweating, doesn't mean that you're not in practice or you're not doing yoga. And while you're sitting down and breathing, you're still in practice. So that's my first posture here, is sitting up tall and straight. Now a lot of us have a tendency to really curve our spine and sit like this, and some of us can't even sit with our knees all the way down. So it's completely fine because it's all a progress, and it's very hard to break in habits that you formed from years and years and years. So what you can do is focus on your journey of progress. And for this seated posture, this is too hard. These are the basic props that you can utilize for yoga. One of them is being block and a blanket or cushion. I have this Mexican blanket that I freaking adore. But yeah, so if you're sitting like this and this is too hard for you to actually sit, you can take a block. Go ahead and sit on the block. Okay. Let the leg fall down. This might be easier for some of you. Okay. Now, as you sit, you of course have to make sure that your back is completely straight. Yeah, we're not sitting down curving. We're sitting down straight, tall. So if this is too hard for you, you can go in the back of the wall. Okay. Go in the back of the wall and kind of align yourself towards that wall. Yeah. Now, some of you may have problems with this legs opening way too far or just being right here. If you're here, it's fine again. Like I told you again, it's a progress, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take either a blanket or a cushion, something comfortable, and you're going to place it under these hanging legs, yeah? So I take 2 of these, and I can sit comfortably and probably take myself to the back wall and relax here and breathe. And that's your first posture. All right, so the second posture that we're gonna learn today is cat and cow. Very simple, a beautiful massage for your back and your spine. So let's go ahead and learn the alignments and the placements, okay? So you're going to come to all fours, which is also called a tabletop, or all fours, whatever you may hear either of those. You're going to make like a little table, yeah? And you're going to place your wrists underneath your shoulders and knees underneath your hips. Now this oftentimes people get confused as to how much to, the distance apart from your knees. I see this a lot where your knees are together. So what you want to do is place your knees right underneath this hips, okay? So even the distance is about either 2 fists or about hip distance. So wrists underneath my shoulders, knees underneath the hips. What we don't want to see is sitting down like this and inhaling up. See, this is misaligned completely, right? So your wrist has to be underneath your shoulders. Yeah, so that's how you massage the back. Take it up, inhale, and exhale, chin to your chest all the way down. And that's it. That's how you do your cat and cow. And you'll see this a lot in most of the yoga classes as well. So that's your posture number 2. Posture number 3 is our downward facing dog. Now, downward facing dog was literally taken out from a downward facing dog. So if you see dog stretching, they do the downward facing dog and upward facing dog, okay? So a lot of yoga terms were derived from nature, from animals. So the index finger is facing forward, thumb towards each other, and the pinky towards the edge of the mat. So do not dump all the weight on the wrist. That's where you get wrist injuries in yoga. So you'll have to dump your weight in the entire palm of the hands. So all the 10 fingers, because the fingers have a lot of muscles in it, so you can utilize that, versus the wrist, it's all joints. So you don't have a lot of muscles in there to hold your balance or even the weight of your body. So utilize all the, every single fingers and the entire muscles of the palm, and then you can go ahead and lift yourself up. So imagine that your hip is being pulled towards the sky or towards the ceiling. Once you face the downward dog, the most important part you'll have to remember is your biceps are right by your ears. So that means your head is down. So you can kind of make a perfect V. Or a modified version, you can even bend your knees if you need to. And lift your heels off of the ground. Yeah? So posture number 4, or asana number 4, is plank, which is also called Dandasana. So we're going to do the same thing, and you're going to place your feet up like this, one straight alignment with your body. What we don't want to see is this. This is what we see often, or we'll see this. This is a lot on your core, mostly on your back. We're going to hold it up. Hold the core in, wrist is underneath my shoulders, belly button into the spine, and straight alignment. Modified version, you're going to put your knees down, release it down, and look forward. That's it. All right, so that is posture number 4. Number 5, let's learn Chaturanga Dandasana. So this is one of the hardest probably yoga pose that you may have to learn, but it's very important to know the basics right off the bat or right off the top, because whenever you want to go on and progress and build the strength and you're able to do it, you want to do it in a proper way. We don't want to hold this posture off for later on, because it's very, very, very important to know in the basics, okay? So same structure. You go into a plank. Okay, now for a modified version, for all the beginners out there and you're just starting out, it's completely okay to put your knees down. And what I don't want to see is this, right? We want to see this. So go ahead and place your belly button into the spine. Again, you're really utilizing that core. Put your butt down. We don't want to see this, right? So go ahead and go here. And what you're going to do is you're going to keep your elbows very tucked in right towards your rib cage, okay? And then you're going to do a nice push-up all the way down, keeping all at the same time. So bring the elbows in and take it all the way down. And practice it. Practicing is how the strength will build up anyway. So the full form, as you see Dandasana right here, I'm sorry, from here Dandasana, we go to Chaturanga Dandasana. So military style of push-up, go ahead and take your elbows underneath. We go down all at the same time, all the way down. Yeah? So we're going to definitely have to practice that. And there are various ways to practice Chaturanga. I can definitely help you with that. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to see the details of the Chaturanga Dandasana explained, okay? All right, so moving on to the next posture, it is going to be Cobra. Because you can see this as a sequence. So Cobra, and when after the Chaturanga Dandasana, once you're on the floor, your hands, what we see often is bringing the hands here. We're trying to push up ourselves here, you know. So that is not the way to do the Cobra. We're going to bring our hands right next to our rib cage, right here. And what we also see is the feet kind of out. So we want to squeeze the feet in together. Because remember, Cobra only has one tail, right? So we're going to try and mimic to be a cobra. So you're gonna squeeze everything together, thighs are together, we're making it one leg, one tail, and then we inhale all the way up. And you exhale it down. I'll show it to you from forward, just kind of, I want you to see my shoulders, okay? So as I take it down, I lift up and check out the shoulders. What we often see is this. What's happening to that alignment? My neck is squeezed, my shoulders are hurting, so I want you to extend out and slowly look up. And that's your Cobra Bhujangasana. The next posture that I want to show you is forward fold. As simple as it sounds, and you're just folding forward, oftentimes we tend to do it incorrectly. So, to my forward fold right here, it's very simple, right? It looks very simple, but what we tend to do is overextend this part, which is our hamstrings. So what we tend to do is push our butt back, and we are here, we're trying to do this motion. And what you want to do is what you want to do is push forward. So imagine that you're almost like about to fall down, but you're kind of stopping yourself there. And you go ahead and release your head down. And that's your forward fold. Yeah? So very small correction from the back. Instead of going back and pushing our butt back to the wall, we take it to forward fold, even though it kind of feels good when you take it back, right? But the correct posture is to kind of fold forward. That's why it's called forward fold. All right, so let's move on to the next one. The next one is going to be pigeon pose. I really thought I would put this in this beginner's video because it has so much benefit, especially for a lot of people who work in the office and have sciatica problems because you have to sit down for 8 hours and type, and you know, just simply, it just makes your life so much better if you're able to accomplish this pose. And I'll give you a modified version so you can still get the same benefits, okay? So pigeon pose, ideally, your perfect pigeon, you want to keep your foot about parallel from the knees. You want to take your back leg all the way to the back, and I release my back toes completely down, and I shift my body up and sit right in the middle. So I don't sit down like this. Yeah, I don't get any benefits from it. I want to lift up and sit here. Now, this is a full version of pigeon. Now, if you're just starting out, you can go ahead and kind of bring the leg in, a little bit in, but so you're not overextended, yeah? But you still kind of want to, you still want to sit in the middle, okay? Now, for some of you, this may be like the hamstrings and the hips may be super tight and you're not able to do this. So what you want to do, easy way, either take a blanket or a block, okay? So let's take a block for now, and I will put this, let me see if I can show you in a different angle. So what I do, okay, I'll show it in this way. So what I do is I take my block and place it underneath my hips, okay? So I'm here, I'm in a modified version. I'm bringing my leg a little close, and I'm sitting up. You see there's a gap right there, and I take this block and place right there. So still giving me the same benefit, okay? Now, if this block is too high for you, go ahead and feel free to put a blanket underneath there, okay? So, again, pay attention to being in the center, not to the side, yeah? This is not a pigeon posture. You want to sit in the middle and let your hips fall down. It may be really tough in the beginning, that's why you want to use your block, but you want to let the hips fall down completely, and then you can collapse and hold wherever you feel like, and breathe a couple of times, taking deep breath, okay? So that was pigeon. All right, let's take it to Malasana. We also call it yoga squat. Same thing with yoga squat. It really helps opening the hips. The full version of yoga squat, we pretty much sit like this. We take our elbows, push it out, hands stay in the heart in a namaste, and we sit here and breathe. And this is a beautiful form, this is a beautiful posture where you can sit and kind of breathe and open the hips out, and it feels amazing. But And starting out, it may not be as amazing or easy. So what you want to do is you want to take a nice block, place it under, and if this is too much for you, go ahead and put like this. You can put this in this version of the block, or you can go ahead and sit all the way up like this. So these blocks, man, are amazing. So you can kind of sit and in a prayer, sit up tall like this, and we're going out of the frame a little bit. Or you can sit like this and breathe, yeah, or you can keep it into a flat, just like that. So now that we're done with Malasana, and you can take full advantage of that, let's go to our final 10th pose, which is going to be a happy baby. Why? Because it gives you happiness. All right, so pretty simple. Go ahead and lie down in the back. And it really helps you massage your back as well, your spine, your lower back. You're gonna place your legs up, right? And you're gonna pretty much become a little baby. So you can either take your hands, place it inside or outside, or you can take your peace fingers and grab your big toe mounts, whatever you feel comfortable. Now, what you wanna pay attention is you wanna align the ankle and knees in a straight line, and you bring the knees as close to yourself as much as you can. Now, some of you may have problems doing this from inside, and it's fine. You can, if you're just starting out, you can kind of support yourself, and you can rock back and forth from side to side, because that's what babies do. Isn't that fun? And it just massages your lower back, your spine, and opens up your hip. Yeah, so important thing, remember, knees and ankle together. Yeah, so that's pretty much the alignment of the happy baby. All right, so there you have, everybody. That was your 10 different yoga poses. If you want some more, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. I hope that these 10 postures is going to help you tremendously, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Let's yoga together on the next video using all these things that we just practiced. See you next time. Bye.